This video is brought to you by Armor All. This once $75,000 500 horsepower supercharged super sedan was left for the greater part of a year outside, under a tree, and in the Florida sun. Needless to say, it looks far from perfect, but today we're going to transform it from this to this using a lineup of DIY-friendly Armor All car care products. Now, I know the last thing I need right now is another car, but when someone offers you a deal on an iconic enthusiast collectible vehicle, a deal that sounds almost too good to be true, it would be foolish to pass up such an opportunity. Upon first glance, it was very clear why others walked away from what is generally a pretty sought-after vehicle. A deflated air suspension gave the car a severely broken, abandoned look, but instead of it being abandoned in a barn, it was in a condominium complex's clubhouse parking lot. On top of that, it was a mess, inside and out. But either way, this was still totally worth a gamble. So without even hearing it start, I shook hands with the owner at our agreed upon deal and immediately swapped the battery. And with one flick of the key, the car fired right up, which aired up the suspension, making the car drivable, at least to the point where it could get up on my truck and trailer. Let's get it home and take a closer look. From a distance, this thing looks the business, but as we get up close, you can tell it's not quite perfect. It's got a few missing trim pieces and a layer of grit and grime all over everything from it sitting so long, but we could take care of that no problem with a little bit of elbow grease and some innovative new tech from Armor All. We'll have it looking like it rolled right off the showroom floor. I want to start off in the interior. Now, considering this car is over 2 decades old, most everything is in pretty good shape with a little bit of normal wear here and there, but the back seats look to have chauffeured kids at one time, evident by the amount of crumbs, dried up soda, and mystery white spots all over. The carpets also have a few stains and dried up goo stuck in their fibers. We can tackle pretty much all of these stains with one of Armor All's heavy-duty cleaning wipes. These work on multiple surfaces, and they contain embedded scrubbers that will remove any of our heavily soiled areas with ease. As for our carpets, let's use some of Armor All's carpet and upholstery cleaner, which I really like because it has this fresh new car scent, and the bottle contains a brush, which was really helpful to agitate and break down these dried up old stains. After just a few minutes, all you have to do is wipe them off and give them some time to dry. I've got to start this shot from the outside to show you there's no camera tricks here. This is the same car because the difference in these seats is pretty incredible just after using a few wipes. Look at this. Now, I'm not complaining because I got an amazing deal on this car, but I'm just wondering if the seller took a few moments to clean this back seat, which was arguably the most dirty part of the interior, would he have had an easier time getting his asking price, which was actually very fair. You know, forget I even asked the question. I am thrilled with the deal I got on this car, and it's cleaning up beautifully. Check out the carpets. All of those stubborn stains came out, and it smells nice and clean back here. You could tell the wheels and tires on this car haven't been cleaned in a very long time, and as all that brake dust and road grime builds up, it can be really difficult to clean. Luckily, Armor All's heavy-duty wheel and tire cleaner is the perfect solution to our dirty wheel problems, and it's really cool because you can actually see it change colors as it's working. You'll notice it starts off as blue, but once it turns completely white, it's ready to be rinsed off. Now, these wheels are heavily soiled, so I'm going to scrub them with this soft bristle brush first, and now we can wash them off. I gave these 10 minutes to dry off in the sun, and take a look. We have a deep, shiny, gloss black wheel that was hiding underneath all of that brake dust and grime. And it was all done so effortlessly. Literally only takes a couple minutes to do each wheel, and it makes such a huge difference on the appearance of this car. We got a good bit of work to do underneath the hood of this car, but I want to start by removing these really ugly aluminum foil covered air intake ducts. People like to do this because they think this aluminum tape will dissipate the heat better, but plastic is not a really good heat conductor, and that's why the factory made these from plastic in the first place. And so really there's no performance increase you're going to get by this, and it just looks kind of cheesy. And while we've got the hood open, there are a few little dirty spots we can clean up. And remember, those cleaning wipes from earlier that we used to take that grime off the seats, this is the same exact heavy-duty clean wipe. These are good pretty much anywhere, and with their built-in little scrubbers, they're excellent in the engine bay. Now it's time we finally clean up this car's dingy black paint, but first I had to pull off all these aftermarket stick-on accessories, and there were a lot. Next we had to clean up all the excess adhesive, and then I loaded up one of my new favorite car detailing tools, the Armor All Foam Cannon. I really like that it's just plug and play. There's no special fittings to hook up, and it's ready right out of the box. I filled it up with some of Armor All's Snow Foam Wash, which is ideal for this foam cannon, and hooked it straight up to my pressure washer. Now you don't have to have a pressure washer, as this foam cannon comes with a hose adapter, so you can use it pretty much anywhere there's a hose. Just pull the trigger and you'll have that thick, rich, clinging foam. It really supercharged the cleaning of this car, and all of our surface muck washed right off, leaving a really beautiful slick black paint we can finally admire. After a quick rinse, things were looking awesome, but I think we can make this even better by brightening up and restoring our factory chrome trim. It looks like someone put a spray coating over these, which rubbed off pretty simply. And last, we've got to change out that tired spray painted front grille. Wow, what a difference. But before I show you our complete transformation, I want to do one last step to shine this car up even more while protecting its paint. Let's use Armor All's Extreme Shield Graphene Spray Coating. Now, I'm a huge fan of graphene coating as it applies a year-long layer of protection over your car's paint, which repels water and dirt, so it keeps your car looking cleaner longer, and it will make your car easier to clean in the future. I really like that Armor All's Extreme Shield can be applied on a wet or dry surface, as it makes it a no-brainer to apply it immediately after washing your car. And again, it's very easy to use. Just spray on and buff off in small sections. And since there's no cure time necessary, we can now enjoy this special Supercharged Super Sedan that for a long while looks something like this, and now looks like a super clean car you might find at your local car meet. I am just so thrilled with how good it looks. And if you agree with me and love the way it turned out, be sure to hit that like button. Now, I've been using Armor All products since before I had a driver's license, and that's because my dad was buying them for me so that I would go and clean his car. And I gotta tell you, their new lineup is incredible. They really have a variety of amazing products to help you tackle your dirty car problems, and do so with ease. And I went ahead and linked everything we used today down in the description box. As always, I wanna hear from you guys. If you have any questions about anything, let me know down in the comments, and I really wanna thank each and every one of you for watching today. I'll catch you very soon.